Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. Another big exciting day in my kitchen. Where are we, guys? What kitchen are we in? Guys, we're in Vico del Gargano. We're in Italy. We're in my villa. And I'll tell you what, I had a sandwich a while back, truly one of the best paninis, one of the best sandwiches I've ever had here in Puglia, Italy. And guess what we're gonna do today? We're bringing it to you guys. We're gonna make it. It's gonna be absolutely delicious. It's simple, it's fun, it's easy. All right, so what do you say? Let's go over ingredients. Let's start having some fun. Real simple, you're gonna need some bread. Now, technically in this sandwich, the way I had it was a focaccia bread. So there's a couple of different types of focaccia. You can get the Genovese, which is kind of the rosemary. It's not as poofy. So in this case, I want something with a little bit more depth, something a little bit softer. So I was at the bakery today, got some focaccia. It's absolutely delicious. It's perfect. I got two pieces. So think about this, one long ciabatta or proposcia, right? You're gonna cut it in half. That's pretty much what we want. Now, for some of you guys, you're probably thinking, man, the focaccia, you had me at hello, right? We're not done yet. We're gonna have some salami. So in this case, I had salami. Another way to make this, another variation, is a prosciutto, which is absolutely phenomenal as well. So we're gonna use some salami. In here, I've got about 12 slices, so figure 6 and 6. Now we wanna turn this up a little bit, right guys? So we're gonna add some pesto. Oh man, this is store-bought. I bought it from the store, full disclosure, right up here at the grocer. They make it homemade, absolutely delicious, just gorgeous. So yeah, we're gonna put that, and that's gonna just raise it up even another level. And I know what you're thinking, Joe, stop. That's enough. No, we're not done yet. We're gonna need some mozzarella. So in this case, I've got mozzarella di buffalo. So I've got buffalo mozzarella. So the fat content of buffalo cheese is a little bit higher. So it's a little bit creamier, a little bit more delicate, very specific. They're really picky on what they feed the buffalo here to give them just an absolutely delicious cheese. Hey, how you doing? Listen, no panini is a panini unless you put some garlic. So we're gonna grab probably just a clove and a half, depending on how well it goes. And we're gonna spread that right on the bread. That's just another one of those little tips that just takes this thing to the next level. Now we're gonna need some reduced balsamic vinegar. So not balsamic vinegar as you know. You can make it yourself, heat it up in a pan until it covers the back of the spoon. Use it that way. I bought some here. It's local. It's absolutely delicious. So I've got some reduced balsamic. You're gonna need some salt. So here today I've got some French. I know it's a crime. We're in Italy, but I've got some French sea salt. Gonna be delicious. We're gonna season up that bread as we grill it. Couple more things. I know it might sound a little bit like it's a lot, but it goes really quick. Trust me, right? As Father Joe to all of you guys, it's worth it, okay? Now we're gonna need some arugula. I love arugula. You know, it's peppery, it's earthy, you know, it's grassy. It's just delicious. It's got a little bit of a citrus back to it. You're gonna see it used so often in so many dishes in Italy. This is some wild arugula we got at the market yesterday. So we're gonna use that to season it. And then one last thing, other than the love that I bring to the sandwich, obviously. One last thing here, guys. We're gonna use some pine nuts. So you can see there's a little Genovese type of feel here because you've got the pesto, which already has pine nuts, but we're gonna throw a few pine nuts on the top. Oh man, this thing's gonna be delicious. Tell you what, one last thing to make this thing come out molto deleccio is when you subscribe to the channel. So click that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, hit the notification bell. We got so much going on in the farm. We're pumping out videos. We'd love to have you part of the Cooking Italian with Joe family. You know what I'm saying? That's a little New York Italian brought here in Italy. All right, what do you say? Enough of the chatting, let's get cooking. First thing we wanna do is take our focaccia bread and we wanna open this up and we're gonna prep it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the bread, I'm gonna cut it right in half. Beautiful. Next thing I wanna do while my pan's heating up here is I wanna grab a couple of cloves of garlic. Ideally, you want a couple of big ones. So if you can, because we're gonna try to handle it here, you want 2 big cloves of garlic. And then we wanna peel this, but don't smash it. I want it intact. And then just cut the end. See that end off, that hardened end? Just cut the ends off. That's what you want. You're gonna set that aside. You're gonna do the same thing with the other one, nice and gentle with a tap. Guys, next we're gonna take that cast iron pan. I gotta heat it up here for a few minutes, and I've got a few tablespoons of extra virgin Italian olive oil right in the pan. Now I'm gonna take the bread outside down first, and then just give it a little bit of a spin so I get some of the olive oil on the outside. And we're only looking just for a few moments. And all I'm looking to do is browning it just a bit. Now, while that's toasting and probably just has another minute here to go, I'm gonna grab some salt and I'm gonna sprinkle a little salt on the bread. This one's done, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it around. Beautiful. I want it to absorb that little bit of olive oil in there, so what's left. So give them a little bit of a stir. That way they absorb all the oil in there. And while they're wet with oil, I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of salt on the outside. Same thing, I'm looking to toast it just a bit. You're gonna see them firm up just a little bit. See how that one's getting crispy right there? I'm gonna turn it around just a bit. And I turn the heat off, I'm gonna let them set there just for a moment. So quick tip, guys, what to do is put them on a plate. Don't stack them on top of each other because you don't want the moisture to soften them. Now we're gonna let them cool down just a bit so I can handle them, but I still want them warm. So guys, just like a bruschetta, you're gonna rub it right on the bread. And just take your time. Now the crust of the bread will act kind of as like an abrasive. We're gonna do the same thing on the back. Now guys, I'm gonna slide these off and we're gonna start assembling our sandwiches. First thing I wanna do is I wanna take my pesto, take half of it and you're gonna spread it on one and take the other half, you're gonna spread it on the other one. I'll tell you the aroma, you know, the basil, oh my gosh. Your goal here is to make sure you get some pesto with every bite. Whoop, whoop, look at that. Pesto so fresh, it's jumping right off the sandwich. You see that? Now guys, you're gonna take your meat and then I just like to do something like this. So you figure 4 to 6. Now guys, I've got my buffalo mozzarella. So we wanna slice it not too thick. So I'd say a little bit over a 1/4 inch, like a fat 1/4 inch, just like that. It's almost like a burrata, this buffalo cheese. It's so delicious. Perfect. Now guys, I'm gonna hit it with some reduced, oh, look at that. Beautiful balsamic. That's a picture in itself, isn't it? Now we're gonna hit it with some arugula. So what I like to do is just pick some really nice pieces and then do a couple of layers over the top of each one. I'm getting pretty excited to bite into this, I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, the arugula gives it that citrus, it gives it that grassy, bitter, but not a harsh bitter. Now guys, what I'm gonna do is hit it with some pine nuts. So just slightly drizzle. Some are gonna fall out, don't worry about it. I'm gonna hit it with that. Look at that right there, is that delicious? So we've got our bread, our pesto, our meat, our mozzarella, right, our balsamic, arugula, nuts, bread, garlic. Oh, look at that, is that just fantastic or what? Are you guys with me? You ready to bite into that puppy? The goal is not to get this on my white shirt. Oh yeah, you get the garlic, the bread immediately hits you, then the salami, the balsamic. Oh man, that's good. And then you're getting that basil, that pesto. Oh yeah, the mozzarella, the crunch, the textures are great. You get the bread, the garlic, the crunch, the salt, and then you get the salami, which is just so good. It's sweet, it's got that sour, that fatty flavor with the meat. What I love about the mozzarella is it adds that cream flavor to it, and then the arugula gives you just that grassy, herby bitter, exactly like it's supposed to. The pesto, you just taste through the whole experience. It's so delicious. Guys, the encore is even better, I'm telling you. Not only is that molto delizioso, guys, what a great experience to cook my favorite panini, my favorite sandwich in the entire world. I'm not overselling that, guys. Right here in Vico del Gargano. Guys, thanks so much for joining me in the kitchen. A lot of fun, got a lot of new stuff coming. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, give us a thumbs up. Also, guys, one of the main reasons we do our videos, and it just comes so true every time I'm here, is, you know, once a week, once a month, shut off the TV, the computer, get off the cell phone, get around the table with your family and friends. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna celebrate your heritage, whatever that might be, whatever your ethnicity is, to study and enjoy that culture, that food. It always brings us together. But more important, most important, really, is you're gonna set some traditions with you and your family. They're gonna last you a lifetime. I know they did for me. Hey guys, from my kitchen to yours, until next week, mwah, bon appetito.